Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. We just witnessed Man United won against Liverpool 3-2. Beautiful goals from Cunha, who scored that second. It was Sesko, and a beautiful winner from the midfield maestro, Kobbie Mainoo, putting in a winner in the 77th minute, and Man United won the game 3-2. So tonight we're going to talk about the game, show you some highlights. We will do some tactical analysis and talk about the latest. There's also some updates on Sir Alex. Stu will bring you in on that one. So guys, do us a favor, smash the like, subscribe if this is your first time on the Tactical Devils, and do as Danny B tells you, hit that like button on the way in. And guys, I think we are only 2 subscribers away from 1,800. So please do us a favor and subscribe. Stu and I will be back after this short intro, and then we will get going with the game and celebrate Man United qualifying for next year's Champions League. See you in a second. Yes, guys and girls, welcome to the Tactical Devils. As I said, I'm your host Jarvis, and with me tonight I have Stu Wally as usual. So yes, it was a thrilling game. Lots of goals, 5 goals in total at Old Trafford. Pretty early kickoff, 3:30 kickoff, I reckon. You're on mute again, Stu.
No. I was just saying, weird kickoff time.
Yes, it was a weird kickoff time, but I think that it looked like the weather was nice in Manchester, not too shabby, and lots of people. I think the Old Trafford crowd was up for it, at least on the telly. It looked like the chants were going pretty high, and the players were up for it, and it was exciting to see Man United coming into this game, and I don't think we changed the game plan too much since the Brentford game. We sat deep, we let them have possession, but today we had the aggression. We talked about it after the Brentford game. The players were a little bit too passive, but today, they were way more aggressive, and also up in the Liverpool players' faces, and also in possession we do so much better. The distances between the players are so much shorter. Kobbie Mainoo, again, a brilliant player, and as I said in the thumbnail, he's the king right now of midfielders and Man United. Fantastic player, and how much he means for the rhythm, the tempo of the game, and for me, it's incredible. First half, okay, I think it was good. Second half started out extremely bad. Liverpool scoring two goals before 55 minutes played, and I think we just gave them a couple of sloppy goals. First Ahmad, and then Sene Lamens with a calamity. So again, gave me a little bit of a headache since the time with Andre Onana. But again, at the end of the day, Kobbie Mainoo come in and score the winner. But it was a squeaky bum time, I would say, up until the 75th minute. I think Liverpool had the momentum of the game, and I felt maybe they could have won it. Sene Lamens had a brilliant save on the line around the 67th minute, so we could have gone down 3-2 at that moment, and it would have been tough for us as a club. So that's just my short recap of the game. But how did you see it? You went to the pub and watched it with some lads?
Yeah, so first of all, evening all, Devilish Tacticos. Another 3 points, let's not forget, as to where we are and where it puts us. It puts me 2 points behind my magical number of 66.
Yes.
I think we will surpass and probably end up around 71. I would say no, with our current form. However, and as happy as I am because there's a mixture in the boozer today of Liverpool fans and us Manchester United fans. And the questions remain from Brentford as to where we would consider that performance to be. And when you consider where we started off in the first half, we were quite aggressive, as Jarvis says. We held the ball very, very nicely. We moved the ball very, very quickly, and we raced into a 2-goal lead. And we'll go through those goals a bit later. And then something happens. It always does at the beginning of the second half. We are still asleep. I don't know what the coaching team are putting in the drinks at Old Trafford at half time. But we come out and we're half asleep. We're like sloths, really. And we committed 2 criminal errors, one from Ahmad and one from Lamad. And Liverpool were gifted 2 goals. They didn't necessarily go out and get it. They obviously created it by press, which is fine. But ultimately, we gave ourselves nowhere to go. I think ultimately 2 apiece. Liverpool probably thought to themselves, we're going to go ahead and we're going to win this game. We're going to snatch it, maybe 3 or 4-2. And yet, we then switched back on again. And I think the introduction of Dorgu was quite pivotal to it, because he introduced a slightly bit of energy. And he was keen to get back onto the pitch and play football, and that showed. Within minutes he was penetrating the Liverpool's final third. He was causing problem in the box, and then we get the goal in and around moving forward. Grace, if you're watching, absolute criminal miss on 93 minutes. I don't know what he was doing. He managed to sky it high over the bar when I think it was easier to score. But anyway, that's another thing. And I think I don't think Liverpool, actually, to be fair, I don't think Liverpool would have come away from the game today thinking we should have won that. We would have played a better team, because I think it was an even Stevens match, actually, in terms of if you take stats out the equation. I think when you look at it as a contest, it looked relatively even to me in terms of possession and in terms of penetration. But it's just been a really weird weekend when you consider it. You've had Tottenham winning tonight. You've had West Ham being beaten. You've had Arsenal thrashing Fulham. They are now, got 4 goals in hand against City. So City try and win either 6-0 or 3-0 and 3-0 to try and make it interesting, because at the moment, if Arsenal keep doing what they're doing, they're likely to win the league on goal difference. So, but here's the funny thing: when you look at where we are on 64 compared to City on 70, and yet City, we know we got 2 games in hand. If they were to lose those 2 games in hand by some miracle, they would demonstrate either the collapse of City or the resurgence of Manchester United. Now, I think as fans, we would consider the resurgence a bit too much to probably take. So we would have to go with the collapse of City. So I think ultimately we know, we kind of almost qualified for the Champions League yesterday with Brighton's loss.
Basically.
It was kind of proven that, if Bournemouth, win every single game, etc. Anyway, but that's been put to bed now. So we are Champions League. One more win, I think, guarantees us third. We're 6 points clear at the moment. I think one more win will guarantee us third. You could argue a third now. We're likely to finish.
Yeah, third. I mean, even with our point tally right now, Stu, with 64, I think third looks like an option. I can't see Liverpool winning the next 3 games, to be honest.
And us losing 2. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So I think from that point of view, we should finish third. And it now, I think all eyes are going to be on what the club does, and I think it's serious, and I think it's something we should talk about. We're obviously happy that we've won the game, but I think the conundrum is real now. The board has a problem that the board have got to discuss, and do they go with Carrick or do they make an external appointment? So look, I think it's going to be fascinating 2 weeks now, not for the season for us, because the season's going to fizzle out for us now, really. For most part, But what happens from a board perspective now, what happens on a player perspective now, I think this is where the conversations are really going to have to ramp up. Is Carrick, was he promised a contract on Champions League football? Wasn't he promised a contract on Champions League football? Who knows? I think we'll find out in the coming days. And week. I say week. Because I think they'll be keen to make an announcement. Anything that surpasses a week to maybe 2 weeks, you would consider they may be looking at something else, or they're holding him in, an NDA until they're ready to come out with it. So, great performance, not brilliant, not vintage.
No,
I thought Liverpool were poor, if I'm being honest, in patches in the game. But again, they were good in certain elements of the game as well. We spoke of the importance of Gravenberch to them a few weeks, when we played them last time. We had a good game. Gravenberch did today. I thought Gapco was okay. Wirtz drifted in and out. McAllister wasn't brilliant. Sobersley, a bit too cocky, for me. And then when you look at our solid players, Bruno had his moments today. He was up and down, rolling around, injured, gets up, plays well, starts moaning. I thought Sesko was okay again, in parts. Good goal. I mean, we'll talk about
I think Sesko did a brilliant job today, to be honest, and I think he was overlooked his performances because you got to remember. Was it Gakpo? No, Gravenberch dropped really deep. So Liverpool was very particular on this, trying to keep that overload in that Sesko area. So he did a job and a half, keeping that ball up. And, we looked elegant. It looked easy for us just to play out from Lammens, when we didn't go short, we went directly long to Sesko. And I think Sesko did a good job as a target man and helped us in a lot of times, getting out of the Liverpool press, because Liverpool, they were aggressive. Both Soboslai and McAllister, they have legs, and even Florian Wirtz, when they start pressing, they made it difficult for us. But we managed to do it because we kept 5 players behind the ball, when playing out. So we were hugely outnumbering Liverpool in their press play.
Except I thought what was interesting was the first team I've seen stretch Casemiro and Mainoo. They kept them quite wide apart on occasions. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, but I think it's because we were more staggered, and Mainoo always dropped in between the centre-backs a lot of the time. I will come into this with tactical board and explain what I meant with that.
No, I know what you mean, and I did see that. But I think what you were talking about, the pressure of their press, that really forced Casemiro and Mainoo to be a lot wider than I would consider or I would have liked. Hence, although it didn't necessarily happen today, but when Bruno does have his moments where he's chucking his arm and fucking hell, or he's on the deck, that's the overload that they're looking at, because the space creation is absolutely fucking huge, absolutely huge. So, Casemiro missed a criminal header for him, by the way. Absolutely criminal for his quality. The goalkeeper was like, "Wow, he's headed it right at me." I mean, unusual for that. Again, great cross. So look, I think we've got to be pleased. We've done it. We've achieved a target and a goal, which you didn't think was possible. I thought might be. No, I'm sorry. I'm not saying anything. I was just making a point when we had a conversation in June, and we've surpassed what we both thought, really, because I didn't think we'd get third, did I?
No. I think you said that 66 points. It was kind of a cheeky bid, trying just to keep it a little bit positive. But again, I got to give it to you. Yeah, that was fantastic.
Hey, look, you get lucky sometimes in life, don't you? And it was a guess, because all it can be is a guess, isn't it? It's all it can be. So I'm pleased for sure. We've got I can't remember who we've got next now. I did look, actually. It's completely slipped my mind who we've got next. So
I know we have Brighton left, but besides that,
and we got Fozza. We got to play Forest,
Brighton, and you said third team.
I can't think. I'm going to go online now. I'll have a butcher's.
While you do that, Stu, I just want to say hi to is it just me, Grace Sheridan, Danny B, Johnny Commode, spoiler alerts, all of you legends. Sean is in the house. Alan Lowcock is in the house. And Raymond Pierce, MRB is in the house. All of you legends. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and please do us a favor and smash the like, so we can go. Yeah, it's Sunderland Routinator. Big up Routinator. Thank you for helping us out. Yeah, Sunderland is the third team. So yeah, it could be another 9 points, for us, and finish on a beautiful tally of what will be 73 points.
Yes, yeah, something like that. I thought it's worth noting that I took my nephew to Wolves yesterday, and Sunderland weren't great. The hair pulling incident was quite funny again. It's just one of those, he wasn't looking at the player to literally pull his hair. He was looking away from it. And I saw it happen.
The centre backs are pulling like this. They're not pulling like this. They're pulling like this, like you always do. You put your arm on the shoulder. You grab the shirt. And for me, it's kind of silly, all of this, because
we were talking about
the big strikers, Arukadare at Wolves, for example, the big striker, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, all of them, what they do, to create space for themselves, to take down the ball, they push themselves back into the centre back. So again, what is a centre back supposed to do? If you meet like the long hair, just waving around, all over their back, how are you supposed to push them? Are you going to do like this, take the hair away, and then push them? Because it doesn't make sense. All of this
it's all of a sudden now, isn't it? But I mean, they made quite a point of it yesterday. I mean, I saw it happen. I was watching because I quite like the guy from Wolves. He's very much a Barry type player, shite in front of the goal. I mean, absolutely fucking woeful.
Yeah,
but that's not what you buy him for. You don't buy him to score goals. You buy him to create space and cause centre halves problems, and he did all game. He was winning everything. Chucking his foot up in the air, and things of that nature. I would love to see us get a squad player that would utilize that type of position, not a goal scorer, but just a squad player we can get in and start muscling up the the centre halves, because they're brilliant. I like players like that. So, but interestingly enough, when that was sent to VAR, he again goes straight over to the screen, and then he makes his determination from the screen. But yet when you look at the picture, the player is looking away. He's kind of like doing that, so he's not even looking at what he's just trying to grab something. He's grappling for something.
Yes,
and it's quite poor, and he goes down, a big 18 stone lad, and he's straight down because he's had a little fucking strand of hair pulled or whatever, or it's got caught up in somebody's fingers. It's really, really strange. So I'm glad we didn't say
you're a centre back, Stu. You are a centre back, and you know how important it is to keep the correct distance to the attacker. Because if you're too close, they will just flip you. You can't be too close. You have to keep the right distance, and you can't let them get away from you either. So what you do as a centre back, you always grab hold of your attacker from the right distance, and the distance is not like this, and the distance is not like this. It's this. That's the correct distance.
It's always down there. And it's always down there, the bottom of the shirt.
Yeah.
Blind side of the referee, on the side, that's where you hold him. And you hold him. But do you know why? Because you can manipulate him. It's like holding a dog. Honestly, guys, it's like holding a dog. You can move him around if you get him like that. But ultimately, you'll get away with it more because he will grapple you and he will grab hold of your shirt. And that's where you've got him. You then can control him. You grab him up here, and he's got a problem, because if you grab the top of the shirt there, just say he's got short hair like you, if you grab the top of the shirt, he's going to go down like that. And then he's going to fall back into you, which is then going to push you down, get you off balance. Chances are you'll give the free kick away. So always grab the bottom of the shirt, round to the side, everybody, and you can walk him around like a dog. Walkies. Great fun. Not that you would, right, just for any youngsters watching, I don't condone any of this. Obviously, she never.
No, but it's how you play football, Stu. There's nothing. You explained it quite elegantly. You know, it's just how you play football. Everybody's played the game. You know how it is. If you play in defense, even in midfield, I did the same. You know, for every duel, you know, the goal kick came out. You have to make that space. You know, and grab hold of your opponent. Try to win that header first ball.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
It's what it's all about. So yeah. A lot of people, and the Primet came in with this question. So why did Sesko come off in knock? Well, apparently he had a niggle, an injury, and they have been trying to treat it now for a week or something. And Curtis Jones, the Scouser, he found the Sesko's weak spot and gave him a kick in the leg where he has that knock. So it was a precautionary, and Sesko had to come off the pitch by half time. But I think he will be back hopefully in the next game.
We're away on the 9th to Sunderland, so
6 days.
Yeah, they're kind of still fighting for Europe, aren't they? I think they've got an outside chance, haven't they? Europe? So,
they still do, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it should be an interesting game. But again, they're beatable. It's not the. But by the way, Granit Xhaka, fucking hell! Yesterday, some of his touches were absolutely sublime. He pulled this one pass outside of the peg, dropped it into their attacker on the left-hand side, and wow.
Yes. By the way, guys, I will put in the chat now the link to the YouTube X promo. So if you have Twitter, press on that link and give us a share. You know.
Yeah.
Please give us a share, and I will post it in the link, guys. So we will do all this promo stuff. Yeah. We have Jarleman Min in the house coming in with a message to Stu.
Did I say Wrexham would get promoted? Can't remember that. I'm kind of glad they didn't. So if you want to give me a smack round the head with that wooden spoon, you feel free. Because I'm kind of glad. Although, how bizarre. I don't know if you were all catching up with the EFL yesterday, but at one point, Derby was sitting pretty, and Hull had no chance of making the playoffs. And all of a sudden, I don't know if it was the last kick of the game or close to it, Hull leapfrog both Derby and Wrexham. Unbelievable. Yeah,
but I think in the long run, I think Wrexham just should praise themselves lucky, you know, get another season in the championship, you know, level things out, because if they went up now,
you got to change the whole 11.
Yeah. I can't. I think it was for the best.
Yeah, they're going to lot of stick actually for selling a bit of their stake in the club. Yeah, I mean, that really is not a financial thing for them, but it's actually to be able to generate more money. So they needed partners with deeper pockets than they have. Hence they went to the venture capitalists, because you just can't compete. The difference between the Championship and the Premier League is,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it is a Cinderella story. What was it, 4 promotions in 4 years or something like that when they came in? So it is a bit of a Cinderella story. Salford have finally got in the playoffs, didn't they, at last? But they come up automatically somehow. It was an interesting final day yesterday. Not hugely.
Ipswich promoted, Coventry promoted.
Coventry battered it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Ipswich are up again. They're a bit of a yo-yo
team, same as Burnley. Yeah,
West Brom, Burnley obviously went down, and I think ultimately, you know, fair play to Wrexham for trying it, but you know what? I'm not disappointed, Jarle. So
sometimes it's good just to take a step back, you know, just a resting step and to gain momentum. And I think it will be good for them for next season. I think they will have a lot more experience. They will have more time to develop the squad. And I have no doubt in my mind that they will be promoted one day. So again, you know, they are a club that's up there, you know, trying as best as they can. And they have, you know, the TV deal, the Hollywood thing, and Ryan Reynolds and all of this. So yeah.
There you go.
Guys, spoiler alert comes in and say No, that's not the day. You had something here. This was the one I was. The second half performance really frustrated me. Lamens today? Question mark. That was something Onana does. So, Stu, what's your take on the Lamens performance today, and especially talking about that second Liverpool goal?
Well, don't get me started on playing out from the back, because I think it's fucking dumb. I always have done. I don't quite understand. You know, when Heavens puts it into Lamens, if you looked at, and we'll show the goal, by the way, but when you see the way that Liverpool were positioned, they were positioned just for that move from Heaven to Lamens. And then Lamens, you've got to ask him, because I don't know the answer to this. What the fuck? Why didn't he go long? I mean, why go short when you know you're playing into a crowded area of 3 players? So even if he did take it, it reminds me of Maguire. Do you remember a couple of seasons ago? Maguire was put in a very similar position, and he lost the ball exactly the same place that is it Mainoo? Or he was trying to pass it to, or
no, it's Casemiro, I believe, but
whoever it was.
Yeah,
it was just absolutely dumb. I mean, it's dumb. I mean, look.
You have two DMs here. We have one centre back, and the other centre back is to Lamens' left, and we push our fullbacks quite high, so we're almost in a 2-4 build-up against Liverpool's. But you can call it Liverpool's diamond, up front.
Yeah, Liverpool's trio. But when you've got a hard-working trio there, then you're going to cause problems. You've got to go long. So I don't know what he was doing, why he did it. Why we continue to do it, why we've done it for the last few years, why we our brains and the pairs of eyes that we're all born with, and the pairs of ears that we're all born with, to work out that what you're doing is just a bit dumb. And don't tell me it's in the coaching manual somewhere, because it fucking isn't. And why would it be? Because it just beggars belief. You can see Liverpool sprung, they got it quickly, and before you know it, they've turned a 2-0 deficit down to a 2-2 match. Either way there, it can all the way.
So you see Florian Wirtz, Szoboszlai giving it to Gakpo, and game over. That's checkmate.
Yeah, it is. It's just, I mean, when Szoboszlai's involved, it's annoying at best, isn't it? When he's fucking involved. So.
Yeah, he's one of those. But and also, if you look at Florian Wirtz's, I think he makes like kind of a dummy run. He stands right here, and he just like moves in this way. Yeah. So, and I think maybe that's what's making Lamens we give this terrible pass, but also you see the pass goes in between, directly to Florian Wirtz. It should have been direct. Yeah. But another thing that gets me by looking at this, that Casemiro, he wasn't quite on. He didn't signal that he wanted the ball from Lamens. He put his back to Lamens, and he didn't look interested at all. And for me, I think that the midfielder should be more involved, invite the pass. It makes it more obvious, especially for a young player like Lamens. So, in a way, maybe Casemiro also could have done better in this situation, being more.
I think he could have, but when you see what's unfolding in front of you, and may I just use the phrase professional footballer, elite footballer. He's not he's not playing for the dog and duck. He hasn't had a fag and a pint at half time.
No.
He's a professional footballer. And if you can't see, I talk about this a lot, by the way, how the game unfolds in front of your very own eyes, because you don't want to go against what the coaches are telling you to do, etc., 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 then it is massively problematic. And for me, Lamens doesn't do this often. He's made a couple of mistakes actually with his feet recently, hasn't he? He's made a couple of errors, and he's got away with them. Today he didn't. But ultimately, if we're in this position and you're creating your own chaos, which is what he's done, then you've got to be asking yourself why. So Monday morning, Jarvis, you would be showing this and say, "What the effing are you doing? I asked you to do it, admittedly, but go against me." Yeah,
we do have this pass, or just lost it over to him like this.
Or you go long.
Yeah, yeah. But the problem is, you're talking about going long, and not many have mentioned this, but we got to realize that Sesko was subbed in the halftime, so we lost our target man. And Sesko, he was so. I think Sesko had a good game today because under his working conditions, he did astonishing. He was 1 against 3 at times, and there was Konate, it was Van Dijk and Gravenberch, so not small guys, and he won, I would say, his fair share of the duels. So again, now we had Ahmad, and Bruno and all of them on top, and Bumo. So again, maybe Lammens just thought it's better to try to play short because if I just hoof it long, it will come right back at us again because we will have no chance winning those duels. It will be for Van Dijk, just to win those duels and head it right back at us. So again,
but the distance to travel is far greater.
Yeah,
the further down the pitch you put it. I mean, you've got an 18-yard travelling distance there, and actually it's less than that because by the time Wirtz gets it, control, bang, bang, gone. So by the time Wirtz picks it up, 10 seconds later, the ball's in the back of your net. If you go long, even if you went to Dalot, my old mate, and he goes long, you still got a good 20 or 30 seconds where you can reset yourself. Yeah, I know Van Dijk might just head it back in, but you're still talking 2 to 3 to 4 seconds of the ball traveling in the air. Then it's got to be controlled, taken down, and moved. So by the time it does come back, which you're absolutely right, your traveling distance has increased because he's gone down, say, 40, 50 yards, depending on how far he gets it.
Yeah.
And where Van Dijk wins the initial header. By the time the ball drops, or Konate, sorry, yeah. By the time the ball drops, if he's just say 30 yards out, we've got a better chance of survival than we did. So I was just like, what the, to be honest though, me and you spoken about this the last couple of weeks. We've seen that coming, haven't we? That goal concession has been coming because we've got away with it on the odd occasions. Not today. We didn't get away with it.
But we usually outnumber the opposition because, as I said, we play the 4-2 or the 2-4 build-up. So we are usually 6 against 4 and even 7 if you count Lammens. So again, we should be fine. It's almost like playing Rondo against 4 guys. So if we have a little bit of ice in our veins, and keep calm in under pressure, we should be fine. But the stakes are high. And the risk is high. But, I have no problems with us, Man United, at home at Old Trafford, taking risks in our play for our advantage further up the pitch. I see Paul come in and say, big up Paul, saying, put it down the pitch, Jarvis. They can't score from their own half. And that's one thing. But everything is connected when it comes to the possession play. And I think we did astonishing in that first half, playing out from the back, and also we did something that I haven't seen in a long while: the shift of play. We started a lot of the times, with. Let me just bring up the tactical board. We can talk a little bit about it. It's just it's a quite easy concept, and I think you all will get it. So basically, what happened a lot of the time when us playing out from the back, we could see Mainoo dropping in between, and the fullbacks pushing high, leading into Kunyan and Bumo pushing high, and it was almost like and the centre backs going wide. So something like this a lot of the time with Mainoo on the ball, and they pressed very narrow. They had Soboslai, they had Wirtz and McAllister doing the press play as we saw in the Lammens episode, and Gravenberch a little bit further behind him, so they almost play like in a diamond and sort of Liverpool in a lot of the time. And I think we a lot of time played to heaven. We could see Casemiro, we could see Bruno coming, interchanging, short proximity in between the players. We tripped Liverpool over to one side, and it ended with us doing something that we haven't seen a lot since Amorim, the shift of play. And the shift of play out to Mbumo a lot of the time. I think I saw it maybe 3 to 4 times at least in that first half. And we all remember Mbumo, running down that wing, him or Dalot. So again, the shift of play was something that I I really enjoyed today, and how we intricately and elegantly played ourselves out and shifted the play over to one side. So I don't know what's your take on that.
No, I saw that, and I did see the switch of play, particularly to Mbeumo, because we did play it and transition it a lot from the left. I thought Kobbie was way more disciplined in the first half than he was in the second half. He was dragged more and more away from Casemiro, particularly in the second half, and I thought that was pretty good by Liverpool. And I think that's something that Slot and Liverpool coaches have noticed. You know, we've got to cut the Kobbie Mainoo supply line, because it was problematic for us, and they did. They shackled him up until around the last 20 minutes, really, and they played very well. But the switch of play was great.
Yeah.
What we didn't see was Mbeumo particularly really punished that switch of play. I thought Robertson was quite poor today, and I could see why they brought on Kerkez in that position, because Kerkez was a lot more industrious.
Kerkez is poor. I think he had a poor cameo.
Put a good tackle on Dorgu. Dorgu.
Yes, on Dorgu, but again, you know, he dropped really deep, so he created that chance himself by dropping, not holding his line. Right. So again, you know, it's poor positional play from I didn't
think the world's greatest centre half covered themselves in glory either today. You know,
no, I agree.
But you know,
he looks slow. He has lost his pace.
He looks slow. Yeah. So in terms of where the switch of play was, I don't think we capitalised on it brilliantly. Although, look, you could argue with the Bruno cross, couldn't you, for the eventual Sesko goal we did. But ultimately, I tend to agree. I thought we transitioned nicely. Our short game today, I thought, was very good, particularly in the first half. Went astray again, didn't in the second half at the beginning. Our short game, couldn't get to grips with it. We had to go long to Luke Shaw a couple of times, if you remember, on the left-hand side.
We did.
Had to go medium to Dallo a few times on the right-hand side. His penetration wasn't great. Ahmad kind of, I don't know, say he was statuesque today, because I don't know if that's fair. I don't know if he's carrying an injury. There's something wasn't right.
He looks
something wasn't right with Dallo today. And I thought we lost a little bit of intensity at Acuna when he was warned a few times in the first half. He was warned for I think he was warned for diving. They say he was diving. I don't think he was diving. And then his Latin temperament got the better of him, didn't it? For a period, things were going against us, especially at 2-2. And he's
but again, I think Cunha works so hard. You know, he deserves that slack, because you know he's putting in a shift anyway. So again, you know, he's actually not that type of player, but he has become that type of player. You know, working really hard.
He's become a bit of a talisman for us on that. And I noticed that. But if you remember when we played at Anfield, and especially on the left-hand side, he came deep, didn't he? Won the play, approach, and he did that on numerous occasions today. So I think he earned his corn. Once again, I liked his goal. Had the balls to try it with his left foot and his right foot. I'll try it twice. I'm going to score eventually. But his celebration was just fucking phenomenal. Yeah, absolutely. He went nuts, didn't he? You could see the fucking frustration and fucking pure energy coming out of him. And then he forgot, oh shit, I haven't done my surfing thing. I was kind of hoping he wasn't going to do it, but anyway, he did.
He's Brazilian, you know, he loves the Copacabana and the surfing, so you know, got to give it to him. Really, really good game of football. I think we've got to. There's a tiny elephant in the room, as we know, and that is, did we get it correct 100%, or did we fall into the victory today? And I'm going to go with the latter. I think we fell into a victory today, which is great, because you want to be able to fall into victory now and again, because what it proves is you kept going and the team kept going, and we did that. And so I think ultimately, from that point of view, brilliant. So, but I like how we solved the puzzle of Arne Slot, and Arne Slot, he tried. It was, I said, it was sometimes a diamond, but sometimes a 4-treble-2, and you know, a 4-treble-2 is a lot of the time very narrow. So you know how we solved it by pushing the centre backs wide, the wing backs or the full backs wide, pushing our wingers a little bit higher. So again, you know, we played around Liverpool a lot of the time, and I like that. I like how Carrick actually solved that puzzle, and that's no coincidence. And you know, we talked about something someone mentioned morphing. We used to morph into this shape with the DM dropping in between the centre backs, and I have to be honest, we haven't seen it much with this Man United team. I think we used to do it sometimes under Ten Hag when Eriksen dropped in between the centre backs, and this is the last. It's been a couple of years ago since we tried this shape for real. And I think it worked really well against Liverpool's 4-2-2 formation at times, you know, or I call it the Bielsa formation. If you put Gravenberch and McAllister staggered, it's almost like the old Bielsa formation, you know. And I like how he solved that.
Yeah, they stagger them because they use Szoboszlai, don't they, and Wirtz as your fluid too, so to speak. So Gravenberch in particular staggers nicely. He's a pretty good DM. Gravenberch.
He is, but he had a poor game today. You know, I don't think we saw the best out of him. No.
And I think a lot of that's to do with I don't think that the world's greatest defender was brilliant today, and I think Konate is just a disaster waiting to happen anyway.
Yeah, but it also, give it to Sesko, as I said.
Yeah, exactly.
Keeping him occupied, keeping 3 players occupied almost by himself.
And what did we say about Højlund? Last time we played Liverpool at Old Trafford, Højlund was a striker. My point to you was occupy the centre half.
Yes.
So that should have had a free kick with that pushing him back from Konate. They pushed him into the board. Should have been a free kick. He got away with it. Claimed it was a shoulder barge. Absolutely no fucking open hell was that a shoulder barge. So we did. I liked his tenacity for the goal as well. He's on his arse 1 minute, next second he's up and he's peeling away with a goal. You know, so I think you're right. I do think Sesko had a solid game. I think it upset the balance and upset the apple cart when he came off. And
I'm not saying he was outstanding. I'm just saying what he did. You don't actually you don't notice it.
But yeah, we did notice a difference when Ahmed came on. We noticed it upset the apple cart, and I think it allowed Liverpool more freedom because, as you quite rightly pointed out 5 minutes ago, Virgil van Dijk and Konate got nobody to bother with.
No,
there was no power up there. There was no presence up there. So it allowed Van Dijk in particular to play higher up, didn't it? And it allowed Gravenberch more space to manoeuvre into. But again, they weren't, peppering us with chances, were they? They weren't really over creative with chances. I thought the young lad that came on for Liverpool was, sorry to say this, guys, I thought he was he's a talent. He is, that Rio.
We did our best to smash him, to knock him down. Dalot came flying, Maguire came flying. He just jumped over them and went to the byline.
Jumped over. Brilliant. I'm going to call him Rio Grande because I don't know what his surname is, but ultimately, look, I thought he played very, very well, and he's going to be a dangerous footballer. And I thank God he's English. That's all I can say, because he's going to be absolutely brilliant. So it was interesting what you say about Sesko and the way that he did control Van Dijk.
Yeah, but this is what's been missing for Sesko. This is why I have preferred Mbeumo instead of Sesko, because Mbeumo has a better work rate. He occupies the centre backs, because for the team it's so important. Because if one guy occupies 2, it means you are one more on the other sides of the pitch.
He did great. He did pocket him. Yeah, he's still in there apparently. Come on, Rio, out you come, kid. I didn't realise that kid's only about 16, isn't he? 16, 17.
He's young. He's a massive talent. Massive talent. Yeah. He will be. He will hopefully, if he stays injury free, probably be a Liverpool player for the next 5 to 10 years and doing excellent. So, we will know more about Rio in the years to come. Someone who was it who mentioned about Mr. Potus says it's wild how Kobbie only played 200 minutes with Amorim. All these big time reports and ex-Premier League players backed Amorim, etc. It has been pathetic to see. I knew from day one Amorim wasn't right. And I see a lot of people make this point. Also, this came out today from Centre Devils, under Amorim. Kobbie only had 11 appearances and 0 games started, 202 minutes played, and under Carrick in 13 games, 13 starts, 1,155 minutes played. So give the guy some confidence, give him game time, and he will thrive.
I'd say he's probably cemented his place in Tuchel's World Cup squad. He wasn't going anywhere near the World Cup before Christmas, so it's a hell of a turnaround in this period of time. And credit to the lad, credit where credit's due. That's what we want. We've got a couple of players like that. Maguire, I think he'll end up going to the World Cup, and he's another. This is the first time though, and I think this is worth pointing out. If you look at Maguire and what he's produced in terms of his age and his experience, you can accept that, can't you? This is a young lad, 20, 21. He's been told pretty much you're not good enough by Amorim because the numbers prove that, Jarvis. And he's thought to himself, bollocks, I'll show you what I can do when I'm happy. And for whatever reason, whether it's Carrick, whether it's Woodgate or whoever has got a hold of him and said, look, play your natural game, play your normal game. Don't overextend yourself. Don't try and do stuff you're not comfortable with. Get back to the Kobbie Mainoo that we saw 12 months ago, 18 months ago. Then you've got a shot of getting into the World Cup. And all credit where credit's due to him. I thought he's a fine finish today. Very difficult strike under pressure. Paul Scholes-esque outside of the box. Drilled it hard. Keeper had no fucking chance. I mean, the keeper didn't move for a reason. A, he didn't see it, and B, it was perfectly tucked away in the corner. So there's a reason the keeper didn't move. So I'd just like to say that
Woodman, that's the name.
Woodman, yeah. So I'd just like to say that I, for one, at Kobbie's lunch 6 weeks ago. I think he was poor in a couple of games, and he's just come back to fire, and he's been pivotal for us and the way that Manchester United are playing at the moment alongside Casemiro. And I think it's made Casemiro's life such a lot easier, I think, since this new revised Kobbie Mainoo has come to the fore.
Yes. Stu, remember the thing I sent you on WhatsApp the other day about the development of what's his name again? The Bayern Munich winger, Ulisse, yeah. Really because when he was 14, he was one of the biggest talents, but he was taken out of the Chelsea academy and almost became like a free agent. He didn't have an academy, and he had some coaches, some special people around him who knew his personality. And he things weren't clicking at Chelsea, and things weren't working out for him. So that the people around him protected him. They took him out, and they knew what triggered him. What they had to do to make him go the extra step. And it's some people need a carrot, some people need good words, some people need encouragement, and other people they need to fail to understand that they need to raise their game. They need to meet some, what do you call it? Not opposition, but you have to meet some adversity. Is that the name?
Yeah, you do. You have to meet adversity.
And maybe I'm just thinking, maybe Amorim saw Kobbie Mainoo with the massive talent not working hard enough and giving everything. So maybe it was man management, just taking him out of the limelight and just force him to be serious or not. You either be a serious player and love the game, or you will end up with as nothing. And maybe because it could be that Amorim just saw this in this. I'm not saying, I'm just speculating right now, because the narrative right now is, and it's not me defending Amorim, I'm just saying maybe he saw something that needed to be done. And sometimes some of these young players, like Sancho, for example, you can't give him the world because he.
Well, Beckham's one of the most famous cases for us. We're going to ship you out to Preston for 2 months, 3 months, and when you come back, we want to see a different type of player. And he went to Preston, and he came back a different type of player.
Yes,
and that was it. So that was his wake up call. That was his, moment that you thought, maybe I'm not good enough for Manchester United. I'm being shipped out of Preston here. Paul Scholes isn't. Gary Neville ain't gone anywhere. Nicky Butt ain't gone anywhere.
But some people need to have adversity or hardship to thrive. And maybe this was the trigger. This is maybe the thing that Amorim did is the result of the Kobbie Mainoo we are seeing right now.
Possibly, but
in a twisted way, of course.
Yeah. Go and see what it's like in a cold fucking dressing room, and a beat up training ground. Go and see what it's like somewhere where reality strikes. It's not always tea and toast.
No, it's not. It's not. And by the way, Olise, yes, he went to Reading afterwards, but not directly from the Chelsea academy. He went like a free agent with his own training staff and worked on his own, because they just had to take him out.
He
was a street footballer. No one could tell him what to do. He knew the best at the moment. But suddenly, when they took him out and he met the wall, we can't work with you. And then he thrived.
There's a clip going around at the moment, isn't it, with Wayne Rooney? He's training for Soccer Aid or whatever it is. He's actually training for Soccer Aid or whatever this thing is. And he's, training with Bruno Fernandes. He's got a coach in to his home to train him. And that's Soccer Aid. And I'm talking about mentality there. I'm not talking about anything else but mentality. So you're the Manchester United record goal scorer. You've been England's, or still are. No, you were England's record goal scorer, and you're playing in a charity match at Wembley or Old Trafford or wherever it is, and you still need to perfect or want to perfect your game. Well, I'm not going to go and embarrass myself like that. And little tiny things like that are where young players, and I'll be honest with you now, if I'm Shea Lacey, for example, I'm looking at it and thinking, whoa, hold on. The guy's playing a fucking charity match. But yeah, he's training. He's training for his charity match. Training. Learning how to take a free kick from Bruno or doing this or doing that. Resharpening his skills for a charity match. One of the best players England's produced.
100%.
Mentality dies. So what you're talking about Olise there is what it's about. Are we talking about? You're probably right. Are we talking about a similar tough love path? I don't know. With Amorim, we don't know. We'll never know.
I'm just saying there are more roads in player development than just giving them everything they want. It's also about taking away things.
Yeah,
to make them want it more. And the boxing straight talk, fair enough. I agree. Amorim was an idiot not playing Mainoo. We know by now that he made a big mistake, but maybe what he did made Mainoo a better player, intentionally or not. That's just my speculation. Yeah. We have a gifted membership from Rush Mano. Thank you so much, pal. Thank you so much. We have to do a little jingle and let's get on the reading glasses for Rush Mano, the legend.
There is. Right. Let's see who we have. We have Ed the Mercenary.
Ed the Mercenary, big up.
Is in the Vutinator has a gifted membership by Rush Mano, legend. Man United fan -D2U is in 178. The Macca, or 1978. Sorry, the Macca.
The Macca
is in. Hoshike, I don't know, Hoshiesic, Hoshk, him, you, whoever you are, welcome. Let's have a look. Where we got Seth the Sergeant, or Seth Sergeant, 9896. We've got Brimar United. I don't know where these fucking names come from. Bremer
It's
United.
beautiful names, beautiful names.
Yeah.
People watching the shows. Thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Yikes 20. Mohamza Zain. And
Mohammed saying, yeah, big up.
TV. Yeah, big up to you all. Sorry if I butchered any of your names.
Mohammed Hussein is a name I haven't seen in a while. I think Mohammed is Qatarian. He's from Qatar, or was it Dubai? But big up, Mohammed. I hope you're well, my friend. It's been
shades. Funny enough, ladies and gentlemen, my old mate said he'd get me a pair of those fucking shades. I'm still looking. I'm still looking. They clearly arrived.
My friend who works for Goodyear, you know.
Yes,
so
they've clearly arrived, but I just wasn't here. Obviously, they're fucking ace. They are. They're absolutely brilliant. I might see. I'm gonna see if I can phone Goodyear UK on Tuesday. So, wait, what the FNL's going on? My mate from Norway, and he's got a great pair of pricing glasses. I want a pair.
Apparently, you don't buy enough Goodyears. That's your problem.
Goodyears. No, I don't buy. But we do work with Goodyear.
You have? Is it Michelin's you have in your car?
No, I got Pirelli P0s on mine.
Pirelli, ooh, Italian stallion.
Yes, yes. No, I got Pirelli P0s. Yeah. I don't know why Pirelli P0s are too fucking expensive, but there you go. That's another story. Grace Sheridan comes in. Oh, sorry, Grace Sheridan. It's Bilal, and he says the Champions League.
We are the champions.
Oh, is this true?
Thank you, Bilal. Thank you. And I also want to thank Rushmano. You are a legend, and people go subscribe to Rushmano's X account, transfers UFC, and you'll always get the latest updates. But Iraola is going to Chelsea.
Well, is that true? Boxing. So that's from Brandon Antoine. Okay, I don't know about that boxing. And Danny B says, only am I allowed to wear those glasses if I do the Jarvis chop.
That's the criteria for you if you want to have those Goodyear glasses.
Do the chop.
The chop, and not the Stu's.
Yes, it won't be the karate chop. It will be the ankle is fully back and functioning. So we've got a couple of games. We've got a couple of games left. So yeah. So I should be back playing hopefully within a week or two. We're second in the league, and we play top of the league. But I don't think we can win the league because I think they've got a better goal difference than us. I think we need to beat them 8-0 to do it. And then we're in the quarterfinal of the cup. So we've got a couple of nice games coming up. The mighty.
By the way, guys, I won't sing again. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I ruined your eardrums.
I sang last time and everybody left, didn't they? We had no viewers when I sang, so I definitely
from 0 for 100 to 0, and only thumbs downs. Well, okay. Big up Bad Time Darius coming in and say, big up lads, absolutely great to do the double of Liverpool. Slightly concerned. Casemiro's threatening that his testimonial and played as 9, and I would love to see Bruno and Carrick stop that. By the way, Bruno's performance today. Because I felt that in that second half he became very erratic, and I was afraid that he was going to get a red card. And he had an orange. The yellow card was probably orange, and even VAR could have gone in. And it was VAR room. We had Stuart Atwell, and if they wanted to make a case out of Bruno, they could easily have given a red card on that tackle in the corners on 18 on the Chelsea player. Was it Szoboszlai or no? It was Curtis Jones.
Was it Curtis Jones? Was it?
Yeah, well, I can't remember. But yeah.
Either way, the Liverpool player was crying. He rolled over a few times. No, actually, to be fair, it was a strange tackle, actually, wasn't it? Because he didn't kind of attempt to pull out, did he? But he did go around the front of the leg, and he'd given himself some space. And then whoever it was moved that leg And then Bruno was just.
But he came in, with straight legs.
Yeah, it wasn't a brilliant.
Legs stamped on top of his foot, and and also, Bruno, he couldn't shut up. He wanted a penalty. He was in the referee's face all the time. Even after that yellow card, he had a tackle on. I think it was McAllister that gave them a free kick right outside the 18-yard box, and he couldn't stop yapping. And for me, when I see a Bruno like that, it gets me a little bit anxious.
Yeah,
to be honest. Yeah,
but he doesn't concentrate on anything else apart from that side of his game, so he didn't concentrate on his main game. He concentrates on, well, I'm pissed off with you, ref, so now I'm going to get in your ear. I'm going to throw my arm in the air. I'm going to roll over a few times. So yeah, very strange. But he did fire the crowd up, didn't he? I think he won a throw or go away. Like, come on. So that was good to see.
It was, and I love Bruno as a player, and he has some brilliant moments, and the time when Mbeumo flicked the ball into the post, how he took down the ball. Let's look at it, because that was magnificent. It was almost like Berbatov-esque, the way he took down the ball running. So let me just see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. So it's the ball is here. It's a long ball over the top from Casemiro. It was flagged for offside. I'm not sure if it's offside. You guys decide for yourself. Yeah, most likely an offside. Yeah, how he took down the ball. Oh. I think that was a wonderful skill from Bruno.
Yeah, no, it was. I think Mbeumo should have scored, mind you, but no, it was a lovely piece of skill. I think the way that he controlled it and got it down in one hit was brilliant. That's a very, very difficult skill to achieve.
Yeah, especially when it comes, it's one thing, standing there waiting for the ball, but it comes over the top of your head. You can't see the trajectory of the ball fully.
You can't see the flight.
No, that's something else.
It is very, very.
I didn't know Bruno had it in his locker when it comes to this.
Not many players. To be fair, though, not many players could do that anyway. That's a hell of a bit of skill.
For me, I think it was play of the day for me.
It'd have been goal of the season, that contender, because the back flick was excellent by Mbeumo, and the control was absolutely supreme by Bruno. It would have been contender for goal of the season. You don't need to be a screamer. And I thought he would have got another pass for it as well, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Another assist, or a pass, as you like to call it.
Yeah, another pass. Did he? He didn't actually get it today, did he?
I don't know. On FPL, he got the assist.
For what?
For heading the ball onto the goalkeeper. I don't know. But
did he get the assist?
Do any of you guys know? Did he get the assist or not? Officially from the Premier League?
Because I know he crossed the ball in for the Sesko goal, but there was two phases of play, wasn't there, after the cross? So
yeah. This one. Do you remember when the ref ran into him and he nearly lost it? Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, I remember that. But he loses it anyway, doesn't he, Bruno?
Yeah.
Well, he did because he's running across. He was running across the pitch, wasn't he? And I can't remember where the ball originated from, but he runs straight into the ref. The Liverpool player collects it, and he carries on, and he's going ape shit. And he's funny. Absolutely brilliant. He did in fantasy. Yeah, so that's what you were thinking, wasn't it?
Yes. In fantasy, yeah, in fantasy FPL, he got the assist. What's going on right now? I have another contender for play of the day, but I can't.
I'm looking forward to
that. Do a couple of comments, Stu, and I just want to show you the Maguire header. That was also play of the day contender for me.
Big slabby. What we got? Let's have a look. See what are people saying. Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. From Daniel Bryan. Great show. Come on, United. Thanks for that, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel.
Danny, sorry, Boxing Straight Talk is still saying that watch this space with Areola to Chelsea.
Give me 2 seconds, guys, and I will try to verify it or not. If there's any sources saying something on Iraola, it should be out there. If it's
Boxing Straight Talk, watch this space. Areola to Chelsea. If I was Andoni Iraola, I would say no. Basket case for a club. Yeah, absolutely. Basket case of a club. Well, so we got.
So the latest on Iraola. Yeah, I see the Chelsea job is between Iraola and Alonso. So he is a strong contender as far as I see, but I can't see anything confirming.
What I would like to say
on the Chelsea job. Yeah.
What we should say about that, by the way, is that they only sacked Rossini 2 weeks ago. Bournemouth knew that Iraola was leaving. They're all lined up their managers already, irrespective of whether you like Chelsea or not. They're not pissing about, are they?
No. So talking about play of the day, I think this was one of the contenders of play of the day. So again, the big slab goes down and blocks the shot with this big slab, the biggest slab on the pitch.
It reminds me of Phil Jones, that does. When Johnny went down and flicked his header up. Yeah. Well done, Slabby. Good lad.
Well done, Slabby. You know, I think they defended really well in that first half, and yeah, I think they defended well in the full 90. To be honest, but the 2 goals, you know, we just gave them for free. You know, this.
Yeah, well, they were 3 goals. Yeah, Liverpool can't claim they architecturally scored against us. I think Jarvis Sir Alex would have said, with regards to that Slabby head, you're not going to get past the head of Maguire. There's no way he would have accused anyone of trying to kill Slabby. Not with that monster rock on the top of the head. So
no. By the way, Stu, talking about the first goal, the Cunha goal, there were some controversies when it came to the goal. I'm eager to hear your take on it, because apparently Luke Shaw, you know, he could be perceived as Luke Shaw blocking the goalkeeper, and he's in an offside position. I don't know if you saw this and if you have any take on this, because you see here Luke Shaw in the middle, and the shot, you know, it came from Cunha, but it deflected on McAllister's pass.
End of story.
Yes.
End of story.
So if you see this angle, could VAR gone in and disallow the goal?
No,
in your mind?
No. 2 reasons on that one. If United's players sure had gone the opposite side of Van Dijk and his colleagues, i.e. they were goal side, then would you consider the Liverpool players interfering with play, obstructing the goalkeeper? Absolutely not. You wouldn't. So no and no for me. It comes off McAllister. No, it's a goal. She's never been considered for offside. It was a good finish.
It was a good finish. It was great to see Cunha, and Cunha has been doing quite well now. And you know, talking about the 3 new attacking signings, Cunha, Sesko, and Mbumo, maybe Cunha has become the better of them through the full season.
He's been the most consistent for me, and he's been injured as well. I know Sesko, he's been injured, but then again, Sesko's notched up double figures now, isn't he?
I think he's on 12 goals right now. 12.
Yeah, and he didn't start the first.
No, he hasn't played much.
You know, that's a great goals return. That is. He should be very, very happy, Sesko, with his first season at the club. Very happy with that. I would be very, very pleased with it. With that one. But no, it comes off McAllister, and no, not a hope. What I like about that particular goal, by the way, Jarvis, is he has a right go at it twice. He stabs it with his right peg, comes back to him. Oh, go on then. I'll give it a go with my left. Swinger.
Yes.
And it goes in. So I'm glad to see him try, you know, and we needed that. You know, we needed that bit of a break, and so I was pleased. I thought it was a good finish. But I'm going to go as far as to say I think Sesko's finish was better. And that's because of his positional play. The only reason he scored that goal is because of his positional play.
Yeah.
And what do we say about striker?
Yeah, stay in between the centre backs, in front of goals.
In front of goals, 6 yards, 7 yards out.
So if you look at the Sesko goal, also with a lot of controversies, Arne Slot came out after the game complaining about VAR and Liverpool not getting any favors in Crimea River. But again, you see here the cross comes from Luke Shaw over to Bruno, heads it in, the goalkeeper deflects it, and Sesko scores. But there were a lot of controversies when it came to this, and there were a handball, but you couldn't quite see it clearly. And I know it's an extreme close-up right now, so I can't play it, but I can show you the pictures. So again, if you go back to the beginning, you see he takes down his arm, and somewhere in now, I think he touches the ball with his fingernails or the tip of his finger. So basically fingered the ball into the goal on the Scousers.
I defy anybody to give that as handball. But let me tell you something. There's a lad in the pub, okay, and when that went in, he shouted handball. It was United, I think that's handball, lads. And we're all looking around him going, where? How the fuck's that handball? And then when it showed it in real time, you thought maybe potentially. And then when it showed the slow motion, it looked like it gone between his two arms, two hands, like gone in between it and got off his chest or his stomach area. And then they showed it again in slow motion, and it looks like it's kind of come off his stomach and somehow flips is
big up, Paul. Big up, thank you.
Yeah, his fingernail or something, because what it's done, and by the way, it won't have flicked up enough and hit the fingernail hard enough for it to have gone in, if that makes sense, because there wouldn't have been any power.
Yeah,
so, you know, so I think any team on the planet would be absolutely devastated if that got ruled again.
But did you see the PGML statement that came out after the game?
I take no notice of them. I just don't pay
and they come in and say the PGML and not acknowledged a significant human error occurred during the match in relation to Benjamin Sesko's goal. The goal was awarded by the on-field team of match officials. However, replays clearly, I don't know where they see it clearly, but clearly shows the ball made contact with Sesko's hand fingers immediately before entering the goal. This is a handball offense, and the goal should have not been allowed. So this came out, you know, always with the apologies right after when it goes for Man United.
It went to VAR.
Yeah, but they say it's a human error. I don't know.
Yeah, but it went to VAR, didn't it?
It did.
So that's bullshit. If you read what they said, that's bullshit, because you know, it says here there was a clear and obvious factual error and should have been resulted in the goal being disallowed through VAR intervention. VAR intervened, but they did not rule it out. However, the VAR failed to intervene.
They cleared it.
They cleared it.
Yeah.
So this is all bullshit. You know, absolute bullshit. I can't.
They will give Darren England a lot of shit for this. And also the VAR boss at the moment, Stuart Atwell, who sat in the bus.
Yeah, but even on that picture, you cannot tell whether that ball really touched the fingernail of it. I mean, you know, Liverpool wouldn't have been crying. Arne Slot wouldn't. And they don't fucking tell me that Arne Slot could see from his position on the sideline that was handball. Nobody can fucking tell.
Well, Arne Slot himself said so. You know, this came out afterwards Fabrizio
Well, I'm
Romano,
sorry.
just to make the case clear, Arne Slot on the Sesko goal, I think it's a touch on his hand. The curve on the ball changed, so there must have been a contact. But it's no surprise to anyone that if there is a VAR intervention, then the decision goes against us. It happened all season.
Well, so hold on. What curvature of the ball length? Show me that, because with the human eye, he's seen a curvature of a football. Piss off.
Arne Slot, cry me a river. That's just how I see it.
Well, it's no way could he have seen it. If you show the goal in its full speed again, where was the correction change on the ball? The goalkeeper palms it on, by the way, to Sesko, doesn't he?
For me, I don't think it's a handball.
No.
According to the rule, yes. According to PGMOL, it's a handball because it touches the tip of his finger. But again, I don't think it's a handball.
No. And it can't be a pass from Bruno because Woodman palmed it on to.
Well, that's the new rules. At the time of, for example, Scholes and Giggs, that was not an assist. But according to the new rules, if you shoot at the goalkeeper and he saves, and someone scores on the rebound, it's an assist.
But he didn't really shoot, did he, or head it? He headed it across.
Yeah. I don't know. This is where I'm. Stats is stats. Tyrone said he watched it in slow motion. Sesko is careful not to touch it with his hands. Yeah.
But again, may I point out, by the way, if this isn't a natural position for your arms and hands, what the fuck is? No. It's not up here, is it? You didn't do it up here. You did it kind of here. Oh, I don't know.
They should also acknowledge that Curtis Jones pulled Sesko back at the chance he had a few seconds before. And that's a good point, Johnny. That's a good point. So maybe they should just give him a penalty and a red card then. But they didn't apologize for that one.
PGMO didn't apologize for Martinez either, did they?
Yeah.
And we saw what happened 3 times after that, which is why they made such a big thing of the hair pull on yesterday.
We agree on this one, Stian. Never a handball. King Solbo comes in and say like and subscribe. And by the way, we are on how many likes right now? Let me just double check. We are on. We're on 53 likes. That's fantastic, guys. 53 likes. Amazing. Thank you, everybody who liked the show. You want to look at the have a look at the Kobbie Mainoo goal before we start wrapping it up?
I think so, Pa.
Yeah. It was a brilliant goal, and the pass from
gents, Devilish Tacticos. I know it was a slightly different goal to Cantona's in the cup final against the Scousers, but did you see any resemblance with the way that Mainoo stroked at home? I wanted to ask everybody that.
At least it was ice cold.
Oh, it was an ice cold finish. It was a brilliant. Keeper had no chance. Woodman had no fucking chance.
Woodman had no chance at all.
Scholes,
Kobbie Mainoo on the ball, gives it to Cunha. Cunha spins and thread the pass in between the fullback and the centre back, I believe, to a brilliant run from. I would say a good Luke Shaw today. I think Luke Shaw had a good game.
Better today, Luke Shaw. Yeah.
So again, you see here, Cunha receives the ball and threads it into Luke Shaw. So far, so good. And it's a brilliant pass. And it's this is what I like from Sesko. He makes things happen, It's not easy. Luke Shaw on the ball, hits the cross. The cross is cleared by, I think it's McAllister who clears the ball.
Yeah, it was.
Instance. And we talk about this zone 14, how important zone 14 is when it comes to everything. And I wish I could play some music right now. for example, right here, right now with Fatboy Slim, that would be excellent.
Yeah, right here, right now, right here, right now.
A wonderful goal. Wonderful goal.
Yeah, brilliant strike. Great goal. Right in the corner.
Yeah. Let's just watch the finish one more time. So again, Kobbie Mainoo. Oh, it's a beautiful goal.
Fantastic strike. And you know, the pub erupted. You know, it was magical moments to beat the Scouts 3-2. Good old Irish Craig. The memes will be going down with him with his little meltdown as well at some point tonight. Absolutely fantastic.
So so again, let's go back to the main topic of the show. What's your overall assessment of Kobbie Mainoo today?
One of the things I liked about Kobbie when he burst into the team was his control on the ball and his visual awareness, but his calmness. He lost it for a while, lost his way. Whatever happened with hammering, it doesn't really matter. Had a brilliant start to the Carrick transition, then I felt he lost his way again for 3 or 4, maybe 5 matches, and then all of a sudden he's woke up.
Yes.
I think we're starting to see a player that if you get the right 6 in and around him, is going to be the dominant 8th in the Premier League because he's got, what you would consider, apart from the real box-to-box nature of his athleticism, which you would hope he would work on, but his ball control, is the way that he can find space in tight areas. I think he's one of the very, very best in the Premier League. A fit and firing Kobbie Mainoo is as good as there is in the Premier League right now, and it's frightening that he can only get better, and he will grow within his body. He'll grow as a man, and he'll be even more difficult to shake off the ball. I think he needs to work on his speed a little bit, and I'm not talking, for everybody jumps on me, I'm not talking about Ronaldo speed. I'm just talking about he needs to get quicker, to be able to get up and down. But his engine looks a lot better at the moment than what he did 6 games ago. I thought he was looking tired and lethargic. 6 games now, he's looking fit. He's looking hungry. He's looking healthy. And there's been a big change in form. Look, it could well be that Tuchel's got on the phone to him and said, "You better pull your finger out, mate, or you ain't coming anywhere near the World Cup squad." And he's thought to himself, "Fuck you know, yeah." Or Carrick's put a rocket up his ass. So if you don't start to perform, I'm going to take you out of the team. Now, we don't know. I'm just guessing. But he is getting better and better and better. And the last 3 games in particular, he has been operating.
But also now with the new contracts, too, and maybe he's taking the responsibility now. He get paid as one of the better players of the team. He's getting his recognition, and now maybe he takes responsibility as one of the senior players in a way, because he's still a young lad, but he's been around for many years now, and he has a lot of experience playing for England.
Now is the time to take that step and become a man of the team. You're not a boy anymore, you're a man. And get in there and perform. So if he has a good World Cup, I don't think he'll be a starter at the World Cup, by the way. I think that's already locked in Elliot Anderson. But I do think that he'll make a difference when he comes on in the World Cup as well.
I can't see Tuchel not picking Kobbie Mainoo in his current form. I think that will be. I would rather drop Declan Rice and play Mainoo and Elliot Anderson.
Yeah, he won't do that. It'll be Rice and Anderson, unfortunately, because you'll have Bellingham then as a 10. That's what he's likely to do. But I'm with you.
Yeah, or even play Kobbie Mainoo in the 10 if needed.
Yeah. I think 100% he'll go. Same Maguire, by the way. I think Maguire goes. I think John Stones is. I know they said they'll give John Stones every possible chance to be fit, but as far as I'm concerned, Maguire slots straight into that team alongside Gahey. Stones out for me all day long. I think Kobbie might have more of a difficult. Do you think England did enough to try and convince LAC to? No.
is that your question, Bilal? Because that's the only one I've started.
Yeah, absolutely not. I don't think we did, no, because at least he should be lining up for us in the World Cup and not France.
Yeah, why is he playing for France? Is his mom or dad or?
Yeah, it's family, isn't it? We didn't, as far as I'm concerned, Bilal.
He grew up in East London, or didn't he?
He did. Yeah, he did. For me, at least I think. Correct me if I'm wrong here, guys. You might have a different opinion. I think he's at least top 5 in the world. I'm not talking Europe. I'm talking the world right now. I think he walks into virtually any team that signs him right now in his current form. I mean, Jesus Christ, Bayern Munich, the talent they've got up front, Elise, Diaz, and Kane, it's frightening. It's absolutely frightening. You've not seen anything like that since Bale, Ronaldo, and Benzema. It's frightening. Rooney, Tevez, Ronaldo. You haven't seen the likes of what Bayern have got. It's frightening. So, Bilal, absolutely no chance. I think it's criminal what we've done. What's happened with him?
Superb recently, Johnny, and last 3 games has probably been his best in the United shirt. I agree. I think it's almost unplayable now. It's outstanding. And by the way, I want to end the last 10 minutes talking about Michael Carrick and the manager role, and also. Well, before we go to that, I think it's important to mention what happened to Sir Alex today. Maybe you can fill in.
I don't know too much about it, really. It's just popped up, and nobody's said anything. None of the groups have said anything. The WhatsApp groups I'm in, but there was a news article that Sir Alex had been taken to hospital before the game today. It's on Sky News.
But it was a checkup or a precautionary because he felt something.
He was. But he's had problems, as we know. He's been very ill over the past couple of years. So they're saying he's okay. It's precautionary checkups. It looks like he's home, and that's as much as anybody really knows. I would imagine it might be a case of watch this space with Sir Alex. But of course, this is what really pisses me off. The doctor, had his picture with Sir Alex, and what does he do? Go and post it on X, fucking social media. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
But
I think now, we all should wish Sir Alex a speedy recovery, and wishes him and his family. Well, in through these hard times. He's an 84-year-old man, and you can't be careful enough after his brain.
Unbelievable, that guy.
Yeah. So maybe it's time for Sir Alex, just to slow it down a notch. Yeah. So,
cheers, Darius. See you soon, buddy.
Big up, Darius. So again, that's that segment on, and let's just talk a little bit about it. By the way, guys, I have put out a poll for you. I want you to vote for man of the match, and we will end with the man of the match contender and your votes. But I want to talk a little bit about this. We saw the outstanding results now from Carrick. We have beaten City 2-0, 3-2 Arsenal. We have beaten Aston Villa 3-1, Chelsea, and now Liverpool under Carrick. And Carrick, he has made us. We are no mugs anymore when it comes to this. We beat the bigger team, the top 6 team, consistently now under Carrick, and now we qualified for the Champions League. So is this the final nail? Are we going to hire Michael Carrick now? Can you see any other way around this? Will it be Carrick who will sit in that manager chair and manager area next season on Old Trafford? Is it cemented?
Yeah, look, this is a bit of a tricky one for me because we've been here before. And I talk about euphoria being the most dangerous emotion that we as humans, we feel. Euphoria, you're always happy, you're delighted, you can't see past realism when euphoria strikes. And he has been on title winning form. Okay, let's be very, very clear about that. The team has been on title winning form since he's come in. And I think that if that right person, whoever it may be, and you all know my thought process and what I think is important for the club to move forward and available, then I don't think you can look any further than Carrick. And then there comes a risk with that. What he's done now is brilliant. If they don't add to the coaching staff, can he sustain that for a full season, not half a season? There's nothing to suggest that he can or can't. And that's where we are with Michael. There's nothing to suggest he can and we can't. But is Holland, Evans and Woodgate, are they good enough to sustain it over a 2-year period, say, or a 12-month period? We will never know until we try. Now, people say you've got to compare what Ollie did to Carrick as different. It's a different calendar, etc. Ollie had probably a stronger squad, maybe on paper, Jarvis, perhaps, than what Carrick's got today. And yet, Ollie comes and finishes second in his first full season, and we think, wow, we're finding something now. Carrick come in and finish second, Jarvis, and we think we're finding something. And season 3 or 2.5 for Ollie, it all falls apart.
Yeah, it's true.
And I don't want to see Michael Carrick go through that. So what have I been impressed with? I've been impressed with his press conferences. I think he speaks very sensible. He speaks in a managerial way, a Manchester United way, and I like that. It doesn't seem flustered. He's never seemed to lose his rag. But guys, I think we need to understand that it happened at Middlesbrough for him for 2 years, and then it all fell apart. And I don't know why it fell apart, and he was removed. So right now, I would imagine it's going to be very, very difficult for the board not to appoint him, if I'm being honest. I think the board will probably end up appointing him. We're not going to get the way that I think it should be done with a real old school manager in Carrick as a assistant manager, just to learn the ropes from him for 2 years to see what it's like to play a Champions League campaign. Carrick he's played a Champions League campaign, hasn't managed a Champions League campaign. We're going to be playing more games next season, so you've got to manage the squad. Are they going to back him? Are we going to get the caliber of player to come in and play for Carrick? There's a few questions that need to be asked, but I can 100% see right now, today, why not, because I don't think there's a big clamber for him. You guys in here have been quite consistent. Boxing in particular has been hugely consistent over the last 2 months that Carrick would be the place for him. Then I would go and say, look, if you are going to do it, then please support him. If you're not going to support
this is a decent point to Primit says here.
People suggest we were making the same mistakes with Ollie. I say the mistake we made with Ollie was sacking him too early. Agreed.
It's a fair point.
Agreed. But we're in a position now, Primit, as you well know, that the players forced him out at Watford. He's come out and he said it. We all know it. We all knew it at the time. They forced him out. Didn't want to play for him. I don't want to see us go down that road with Carrick. But here's the thing. And on the flip side of all of this is you could get in Tuchel, I don't know, after the World Cup, and we have a similar issue. He does great for 2 years. The players turn on him. So I think you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't with Manchester United at the moment. But you've got to stop all this fucking player shit. All this player power crap has got to stop. Whoever comes in, it has to stop. The club's got to spend £500 million which we know we haven't got, by the way, and supporting him, or we're just going to be on this continued cycle. So I see it, I get it, and I know what they'll do, and I'm happy with that. You can't really argue with what he is, but I would like somebody with a lot more experience to run us through the Champions League campaign.
Yes. I think you make some good points, Stu, and I've been talking myself about if Carrick is to stay on, he needs help, and the good thing is now we have what's his name? We have been linked to a guy. I don't know if you saw this, Stu, but let me bring it up. And I think this is the right move if we are supposed to keep Carrick. It's Graham Bailey, okay, it's team talk, but again, I think it's worth mentioning that Man United are keeping a close tag on the Bayern Munich assistant Aaron Dunks, with the team talk being able to reveal that Michael Carrick wants him as part of his long-term coaching staff should he land a job permanently at Old Trafford. So now we talk it, getting in people who's been around, played the Champions League, been in big clubs before. And, I would be open for bringing in the Bayern Munich assistant. I think this is the right move. I think this is, and also he apparently used to work with Carrick in Middlesbrough. So there is a connection with Aaron Dunks and Michael Carrick. So what's your initial thoughts when I bring up a name like this?
It doesn't enthuse me. But let's be clear. Kieran McKenna didn't enthuse most people either when we got him from Tottenham. I think it's proven to be quite a handy manager and coach. With what he's done at Middlesbrough and things of that nature. What's interesting about this is there's absolutely zero chance I would consider if Bayern go ahead and win the European Cup, the Champions League, and Mr. What's his name stays around.
Aaron Danks. He's English, by the way, and he used to work in the
He's obviously worked at Burnley for a couple of years, or he's had some kind of relationship with company.
With company, yeah.
So if company gets the nod to go to Real Madrid, for example, then Mr. Danks is likely to head off to Madrid rather than come to us. I think it's a tenuous link.
He's 42 years of age. He currently works as I said, as the assistant coach for Bayern Munich, and he was also the assistant to Vincent Kompany at Anderlecht in the Belgium league. And then he left to be an assistant for Dean Smith and Steven Gerrard at Aston Villa. So he has the Premier League experience too. So he's quite astute. He's been around different leagues: the Belgium League, the Premier League Championship, and now the Bundesliga for Bayern Munich. So for me, it's important that we get the better assistant coaches, and it could be something. I like this. We are on the right path if this is where we are heading. I'm not saying we're going to get Aaron Dunks, but I think we need to think in these lines.
I mean, look, he needs supporting, for sure, just Carrick, and we will need a better coaching team. The problem is, I think once Carrick is likely to be, hired, then we're going to be linked with all these kind of coaches, all these kind of players. It's going to be a bumper ride of a summer, I think, really. And so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. Visa comes in and say this team needs to play a tiny bit of Sabi ball with a predominantly Croatian ball with the Barcelona fusion. Okay, yeah. Why not?
Xabi ball.
Why not? Let's complicate it extremely.
A bit more, contemplate a bit more. Xabi ball. Yeah.
Guys, man of the match, your guys. Oh, we have a super chat from Rob. Let's do the super chat. Thank you so much, Rob. Always United coming in with a £5 super chat saying big up Jarvis and Stu and the chat.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much, Rob. You're a legend. Let's play a quick jingle for.
Give him the jingle. Give him the jingle.
Yeah, let's
Give him the
do
jingle. Oh, here we go. Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, Rob. It's embarrassing. He should have been ready, primed to get you. I'm sorry, Rob. That's embarrassing. It won't happen again. Dear me.
Oh, Stu, you would love.
Yes, I would love a pair of those. I've checked my mailbox.
The show is sponsored by Goodyear. I don't know why.
Yes, I've checked my mailbox every day. Not there.
Big up, Robin. Thank you for that super chat. Big up. We are about to wrap up the show. I made a poll for you guys. Who was your man of the match? But first of all, Stu, who was your man of the match?
Oh, I'm actually torn for once, and I'm torn between Kobbie, and I'm torn between Cunha, and I'm torn between Cunha because of his industry. Kobbie had a much better performance technically and physically, but industry-wise, I thought Cunha was great. So Mainoo's got to probably win it for me, but I think Cunha's up there with him.
Okay.
A special mention, by the way, sorry, for my old mate Heaven again. I don't think he did anything wrong. Thought he was absolutely brilliant today. Maguire and Heaven. Thank you.
What about Luke Shaw?
Look, you know what? Again, you can't argue with what Luke Shaw had to do today. But I think I agree with the consensus. I think Mainoo gets it from me. But I thought Cunha was as good as today. I really did. I thought Cunha was brilliant. Ahmad, poorest player on the pitch. Sorry. I'm sorry, but I've got to be honest. He has not gone anywhere. That season, 2 seasons ago, or last season, when he scored against City and Liverpool, fantastic. You need to get that back, son.
You need his confidence back. We clearly see he's a man without confidence at the moment.
Whatever Kobbie's doing, look at what Kobbie's doing. Seriously.
The poll was who was your man of the match, and you guys voted Kobbie Mainoo as your man of the match with a landslide of 75% for Kobbie Mainoo and 11% Cunha, 7% for Casemiro and Bruno on third. So I think no doubt that Kobbie Mainoo was the man of the match, and he was also my man of the match. Brilliant player. Brilliant player. So thank you guys. It's been a great show. Stu and I will be back tomorrow night. But
tomorrow night, Jarvis is cool.
Yes,
the big one.
I don't know, Stu. The City game is on 8 p.m. So can we do a 10 p.m. Jarvis's Corner?
We can't do a marathon then, but yes, we can do a 10 p.m.
Or should we go? I don't know, guys. What do you want? Do you want us to go 9 p.m.? Will you be here, or will you be watching the City game?
Watching the City game. You let us know.
Let us know. Because I was thinking maybe we should just go after the game is done.
Yeah, is it City Everton, is it?
Yes. Ooh, now it's a tight race, so most people.
Yeah, go on. We'll go after City.
Yeah.
Quick question about the Primat, though, by the way.
Okay. Big up the Primat.
Just before, are you raiding?
Yes, I'm raiding Noradin. So guys, let me just tell you, I want you guys afterwards when I end the show, jump over to Noradin's channel. You don't have to watch the whole show, but at least do me this favor. Write in the chat, Tactical Devils Raid. That's all I want. That's all I want.
100%. The Primat, I will be very brief here because you just said Dorgy came in briefly. He won't play left back again or wing back unless we need him. He will be playing further up the pitch moving forward. He was today when he came on. I've really enjoyed seeing him. It's great to see him.
It's good to see Dorgy back again. Yeah.
Well, really pleased. Really pleased.
And a new haircut too, with dreads, all the way back. Yeah.
I'd like to see him eased in. I don't want to see him start again against Sunderland. But I would like to see Mr. Shea Lacey have a bit of a stab between now and then. Yes.
I think it's time now. It's time to give the youth player for next season a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Get weights in, give him a couple of minutes here and there.
Yeah.
But Dorgo, I think I don't see, unless we're forced to play him wing back, the Primet. I think he's up top. Brilliant though that we've got Cunha, Dorgu. You could even see Cunha change position. The Primet, if Dorgu plays, you could see Cunha play in the Bruno position, guys, as an 8, someone who will drive us. You never know. And Bruno might be sacrificed here and there. It might be sacrificed here and there. It's a nice problem to have at last. Yeah,
100%. Thank you, everybody. I see a lot of people coming in. Thank you, Johnny K. Great show. And I will raid Noradin. So guys, go over to Noradin's channel. While I will redirect, and you can just press that link. Go to Noradin's channel, type in Tactical Devils Raid into the chat. Yes, and I will try to jump on and have a chat with Noradin. I don't know if you probably have to go to bed, old man.
Yes, it's bank holiday here tomorrow, so I'm getting old, gents. I was at the pub today. It's like, I'll be snoring in a minute. I do want to make my debut on Noradin's channel. I will do. I've got a window in it. I said to you, didn't I?
Yes, week, you did.
You did. In a week or two. So I aim to capitalize on that window.
Boxing is not going to watch the City game. And Neil Driscoll, he says 9 p.m. Okay, maybe turn on those notifications, and you will know. But we will try. Maybe we go 9:30 then, and somewhere in between. Yeah,
why don't we go in the middle 9:30? Because that'll be 15 minutes, won't it? Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you everybody for tuning in. It's been a great show. Thank you, Stu. Thank you. Let's see who was the top contributors. We have Rob, Always United. We have I Am Titanium, Sean, Danny B, Johnny Commode, Boxing Straight Talk, the Primet, Mr. Potters 5000, the Vutinator, the Legend, King Solbo, Ryan Pierce, Raymond Pierce, Is It Just Me 43, France, Big Up France, Stian United, Tom Porter, Jarle Malmin, Vissa, Spoiler Alerts, Grace Sheridan, Brandon Antoine, Tyrone Williams, all of you, Mike Reed Das, all of you legends, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, and hopefully we will see you tomorrow night.
Thank you, guys.
It's been a good show. It's been a good day. Man United won. We have secured Champions League. Everything is honky-dory. So, as Poppy always say, go United. Big up, guys.
Happy. What a legend. Brilliant. See you guys. All the best.
See you on Noradin's. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.